Across North America, less than 40% of all native grassland types remain. In the case of the tallgrass prairie, more than 90% has been lost. Losses of native grasslands continue despite fractured efforts to stop and reverse the trend. The National Bobwhite Conservation Initiative identified the loss of native grasslands as a major contributing factor to the decline of wild bobwhite, many other grassland bird populations, and pollinators as early as 2001. In October of 2019, the initiative gathered a diverse group of stakeholders to develop a strategy to advance the adoption and utilization of native grassland vegetation on working lands, which is voluntary and non-regulatory. That meeting resulted in the formation of the Native Grasslands Alliance, whose goal is to increase integration of native vegetation in working lands and raise awareness of the value of native grasslands to support healthy ecosystems and wildlife populations. Imagine 1,000 voices in a room, each simultaneously sharing a message about native vegetation. It would be difficult to pick out one or two and understand what was being said. Now imagine those 1,000 voices all speaking in unison, as a single voice, how loud and clear that message would be. One of the objectives of the Native Grasslands Alliance is to create that single, unified, amplified voice, allowing those groups to gather under one umbrella with a message that is loud and clear. The task of popularizing native vegetation and increasing awareness of the value of native grasslands is complex. To meet the challenges facing broader acceptance of native vegetation, the group identified 4 cornerstones of strategy to address the problems and implement solutions: policy, research, technical education, and awareness. Alliance members can lend their expertise in these areas by participating in working groups. The Policy Working Group will work with state and federal agencies and lawmakers to create and implement native grassland vegetation-friendly policies. The Research Working Group will review existing science, identify gaps in knowledge, and work to stimulate research in those areas. The Technical Education Working Group will use science-based information to identify and implement strategies to educate technical advisors, agricultural retailers, and landowners. The Awareness Working Group will devise and implement a strategy to generate overall awareness of the value of native grasslands for the general public. Membership in the Native Grasslands Alliance is open to any group, organization, or agency that supports the increased use of native grasslands vegetation. Become an ally today. Join the Native Grasslands Alliance to help amplify our unified voice, access our shared resources, participate in a working group, and improve the effectiveness of the native grasslands message. Visit us online at www.nativegrasslandsalliance.org.